Hari Om Tat Sat. Welcome to Swami Jyotirmayananda Society, our journey to self-realization. Please subscribe our channel for the mystical meanings of the scriptures and to enjoy daily satsang with us. We are currently exploring the book The Mystery of the Soul, Katha Upanishad, commentaries by Swami Jyotirmayananda ji, narrated by myself, Swami Nikhilananda. Today we will be studying chapter 2, section 1, mantra number 6. These are very profound, deep shlokas that are being given by the Lord of Death, Yama, to Nachiketa. Mantra 6. He arose before water and the other elements in the form of Hiranyagarbha, that is the cosmic mind. And even before that, he arose from tapas or austerity and entered into the cave of the heart along with the soul. Whoever knows him attains Brahman, that is verily that. So a profound shloka, this mantra. This mantra speaks of the mystic significance of the term tat, that, in the general utterance, tat tvam asi, thou art that. So we always, as you know, say Om Tat Sat. Same thing. Tat means that Brahman, that cosmic consciousness. Hiranyagarbha literally means the golden womb and is the source of all elements in their subtle and gross forms. Brahman, the absolute, exists even prior to Hiranyagarbha or the cosmic mind. He is the source and the sustainer even of the cosmic mind. So Hiranyagarbha is created through Purush and Prakriti. From those two elements comes Hiranyagarbha or the cosmic mind. Brahman, qualified by Maya, assumes the role of Ishvara. So when Brahman, that non-dual consciousness, comes into contact with Maya or illusion, it then assumes the role of Ishvara or God in the causal plane, Hiranyagarbha, cosmic mind, in the astral plane, and Virat, cosmic physical form, in the physical plane. So the same Brahman, qualified by avidya or ignorance, assumes the role of prajna, the sleep subject in the sleep state of consciousness, tejas or the dream subject in the dreaming state of consciousness, and Vishwa, the waking subject in the waking state of consciousness. So now we have compared the cosmos with our individual composition. So there, like we said, we have Virat, Hiranyagarbha, and here we have Tejas, Vishwa, all that. So basically, this is the composition of how the structure is. We are a microcosm of the macrocosm. The same energy that radiates in the cosmos also radiates in your heart. So when an individual becomes free from avidya, avidya means ignorance. It's ignorance that keeps us in this world process. So he discovers that his physical body is the body of Virat. Virat means the cosmic physical form, the great body. His astral body is the body of Hiranyagarbha or the cosmic mind, and his causal body is the body of Ishvara or the divine being. Having risen above the veil of ignorance, an aspirant crosses the illusion of Maya and realizes, I am that. So when he looks within himself, when he looks at Vishwa, when he looks at Tejas, and when he looks at Pragya within himself in the waking, dream, and deep sleep states, and then he compares them to the cosmic plan of Virat, which is the big 14 worlds worth of God everywhere, and then Hiranyagarbha, the cosmic mind, and and Ishvara, the God principle, he realizes they are identical. The same thing is within me in a small microform, microcosm of the macrocosm. So once you understand this, this is deep, some deep complex stuff that we are discussing. So if you have to listen to this a few times, that's okay, but that's what it really means. Like when you cook rice, there's a whole bunch of rice you're cooking, but you, to see if it's fully cooked, you test one rice. If that's cooked, then everything's cooked. Much in the same way, when you go within yourself and you solve your um, mystery of who am I, how is this working, then you have also solved the cosmic equation at the same time. You have identified yourself with Brahman. That Brahman, who is the basis and reality behind all this creation existing in physical, astral, and causal planes, has entered into the cave of the heart, as it were. So it's metaphorically speaking that God resides in us, whereas we are in God's world. We are the in the cosmic plan. So that's fine, but we express it that way. He is the reality hidden in the heart and is revealed by the practice of austerity, meditation, and spiritual inquiry. That is why these things are so deep and important. Shravana, Manana, Nididhyasan, listening, reflection, and meditation. Since Brahman reveals himself through austerity, he is figuratively described as arising from austerity. Austerity is known as tapas. Before the creation, even Brahmaji, the creator, had to do tapasya, penance. So, therefore, in this world, in order to succeed, we all have to put in the required self effort. That is what austerity implies. He is figuratively described as arising from austerity. The knowledge of Brahman consists in discovering the essential identity between this, the individual soul, along with the world process, and that, the absolute self. That is the meaning. Thou art that. Tat tvam asi. You are the same as that. So, this is where we are decoding this mystery. Mantra number 7. Yama continues, he is born along with all the pranas and was born along with all living beings. Having entered the cave of the heart, he abides therein. He is Aditi, the all devourer, existing in the form of all gods. Whoever knows him attains that. That is indeed that. Meaning, the divine self in the form of Hiranyagarbha or cosmic mind is the basis of all gods. That is the first thing that came out of creation. The practice of devout meditation or upasana reaches its climax when the mind is able to meditate upon Hiranyagarbha, because that's the cosmic mind, the sum total of all the minds. However, the purpose of spiritual movement is to transcend the range of both karma, which is action, and upasana, devout meditation on the relative form of divinity. This is achieved by meditating upon the self as the witness consciousness abiding in the cave of your heart. That is why the yogis emphasize that go within, go into your heart and see your deity there, or think of a lotus flower that is blooming. It is the self who is the source of all gods. That self is Brahman in a micro aspect within you. He is the all devouring reality. Through that, you can get to the cosmic plane also. Having known him through intuitional knowledge, a yogi discovers his identity with the divine self. I am that. So that's where, when you do deep contemplation and meditation, you see an expansion of your consciousness. Your heart starts to expand, not the physical heart, but the spiritual heart, the one where you have the subtle channels and the nadis and the and God's presence in the form of Brahman. That space is huge, much more than the physical space that we see, but that's in the subtle body within. So, with this, we conclude our satsang for today. And in tomorrow's satsang, we will start from mantra number 8. This is Swami Nikhilananda. Hari Om Tat Sat.